My name is Sara, and my dream is to be an actress. I came to LA thinking it was all going to happen very quickly, and it has not. And there are days where phone doesn't ring, nothing's going on, and there are days where I'm just like, what am I doing here? I could be, working in a different field where it's more stable, but would I be fulfilled? No, absolutely not. I would not be happy at all. That's why I'm here. So I would much rather be here and working so hard at something that is so difficult sometimes, but be happy than something that's easy for me to do, but I wouldn't, it wouldn't satisfy me. I really, really look up to my parents, maybe sort of fear that I'm letting them down, but they've never once said I shouldn't be here. I'm the oldest, and I already have these degrees, and I could very easily be doing something else, and fear of sort of them not understanding. It's sort of explaining that to people who don't get it is always sort of makes me like a little hyper aware of what I'm doing with my life. My brother and sister, my parents are still in Texas, and my best friends are still in Texas. To not see them is incredibly hard, especially because when I do see them, it's just like, oh, mom and dad are getting older, because I haven't seen them in 8 months. Knowing that life sort of goes on, even though you're not there. I'm not at home, but their day-to-day life goes on, and I'm not there, and that's incredibly hard for me. So far, it hasn't gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. There are days where I have like panic attacks, and I literally will just sit and like hyperventilate and cry and scream, and I feel like I've gotten a lot more anxiety since I've moved to LA, but given up, no, not yet. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. Even when you're in a rut, which can feel like forever, there have been like months at a time where I've just felt so depressed and like, what am I doing here? What am I doing with my life? But then at the end of the day, I would much rather be here than anywhere else. Even if it's the hardest to be here, to be away from my family and to be away from my friends and to be pursuing something that is so ridiculously hard to pursue. They don't throw you any bones. Like, it's so much of you just like working until someone finally, or till, a door opens for you. I'm incredibly hard on myself, incredibly. Like, I was just very like, you do the work, you get the result. Here, it doesn't work that way. You can put in so much work, and if you don't see immediate results, you just feel like you're failing. You have to learn to change your viewpoint on failure. To be hung up on one will feed into the next one, So it's all about like letting it go. Honestly, I think the saddest thing in the world is unfulfilled dreams. My dad was, he used to write poetry for the Persian newspaper, and then he came here and just got like a job working at 7-Eleven, and it has like now it has like 4 or 5 jobs. He was never able to pursue what he wanted to do. There was like half of a written book that he had tried to write, and it just broke my heart. I was like, there are people who want to do something with their lives, but out of circumstance, out of fear, out of doubt, whatever it is, they don't do it. When you are 80 and you look back at your life, you don't ever want to ask what if. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, you might go broke, but you'll definitely have a cooler story to tell to your grandkids, I guess, that you tried versus you didn't. I just think it's really important to just pursue at all costs, because we only have one life. So why not spend it doing what you love?